We now have details from the indictment of Pete Arredondo, the former Uvalde School District police chief. Arredondo and former school officer Adrian Gonzales were criminally charged for their handling of the mass shooting 2 years ago at Robb Elementary. Fox 4's Stephen Dial read the indictment and is in studio with more. Stephen.
Clarice, the indictment alleges that then Chief Arredondo knowingly and recklessly put the students' lives in danger. Some lawyers are now questioning the likelihood of him actually being convicted. Court documents detail the first criminal charges to come from the deadly mass shooting in Uvalde 2 years ago. Thursday, former school district police chief Pete Arredondo was indicted on 10 counts of endangering a child. And former officer Adrian Gonzales is facing 29 charges of endangering a child.
But it's rare that you see a law enforcement official indicted and successfully prosecuted for failing to discharge their duties.
We asked former Dallas County prosecutor Russell Wilson to interpret the charges. The indictment says Arredondo failed to identify the incident as an active shooter incident. 21 people were killed, 19 of them students. Hundreds of law enforcement responded but waited more than an hour to take down the gunman.
What are we waiting on? Does anybody know?
Arredondo surrendered Thursday night. He was briefly booked into the Uvalde County Jail and released. The district attorney did not comment on the criminal case against either former officer.
There may be some question as to whether or not you can indict a police officer for discretionary discharge of their duties. So I would imagine that there would be substantial questions regarding that.
Wilson pointed to the 2023 acquittal of Broward County Deputy Scott Peterson, who was charged after the 2018 mass shooting at a high school in Parkland, Florida. Peterson was charged with multiple counts of child neglect, culpable negligence, and perjury. As the school resource officer, he was accused of not taking action when the shooting was in progress.
The officer did have to stand trial, certainly was, placed in jeopardy of going to prison for a substantial amount of time. And that process is rigorous. It's hard on the officer. It's hard on everybody involved. And so I would say that this will probably be the start of a significant legal battle.
Now, it's unclear if any other officers will be charged. Wilson told me that the indictment details aren't clear enough for him to say if more officers will face charges. Clarice.
We will see. Stephen Dial, thank you.